Hello, today's July 7th, 2024, and I just wanted to make a quick video about how I pick the stocks that I invest in, and basically go over 3 companies to watch this up and coming week. Last week, if you invested in any of them, you did quite well. Palantir Technology was up over $27. Jamia was up over $8 a share, so that's up 5% and 8% respectively. And Lyft, the third company on my list, was down 1%, but still a great investment. This week we have Tesla, Apple, and CVNA. The first one is Apple, which is up 16.46% in the past month. And basically, the best way to evaluate what a stock's worth is to look at, first you look at its price at $226.34. It's where it closed on Friday. Excellent spot to buy Apple. It's got a moat, which is something that you must have if you want to invest in a company long term. I wouldn't suggest investing in anything that's not number one in its sector. And Apple, will continue to be number one for years to come. Just looking at its current trajectory, it's up 18%. It could go over 250 this year. Within the next 6 months, it should go over 250 a share. I always look at a company's PE. Apple's current PE is 35.20, and its forward PE is 34.50. The main thing is the current PE is, say, 35.20 in Apple's case. You want the forward PE to be lower, so that means the company is continuing to grow. And because Apple's is 34.50, it's still steadily growing. It's not growing as much as a lot as these other companies are, because it's one of the biggest companies in the world. When we look at other companies' forward PE, they should be a large difference. I mean, if you take a look at, say, if we look at let's say Nvidia, for example. Its PE is 73.64, and its forward PE is around 40. So it continues to grow rapidly, and that's mainly what you look for. You always want to see that your company's still going to be growing, which will correlate with the stock price. The next thing that I always have to pay attention to is you have to make sure that basically you want to pay attention to a stock's dividend yield. Apple pays out 0.44%. If you have a more mature company, you should be getting a dividend back. A lot of companies like Tesla or something do not pay a dividend, and they continue to try to grow the company even more. But it really shouldn't be too much longer before Tesla actually starts paying a dividend out, because it's not growing at the pace that it was. Then you also want to pay attention to the earnings date, which is 8/1 for Apple, because the forward PE will always change. You want to make sure that you stay on top of your stocks and know what's going on. So if there's a change in say the forward PE, that's basically a red flag about the company and you want to possibly sell your shares. And it might be a good time to invest in something else. And then you also want to pay attention to the ex-dividend date, which is basically when the company pays its shareholders a dividend. And those are the main things that you want to pay attention to when evaluating a stock. Also, you want to pay attention to the CEO. Anytime your company changes CEOs or something, you know, that's a change in the company itself. And if you've got a better CEO, that's a great thing. If your longtime CEO is retiring, another great time to sell the company. You know, if Elon Musk was to leave Tesla, you know, Tesla shares would plummet. And the same goes for any other of the major companies that the stocks are, you know, have a direct correlation with their actual, you know, they make all the decisions. So it's very important that you keep track of what's going on with your company. I remember when Macy's changed CEOs, and it pretty much signaled the end of the growth for the company overall. And it's pretty much, Macy's has been trading at around $18 a share. I think its ranges between around $15 and $20. So it makes a difference who your CEO is. But the three companies we're talking about this week: Apple, which is 4P is correct, and I'll consider investing in. The next company is Tesla, which was up 27% in the last week. If you're trading, that's all you're looking for, is something with great volatility. Tesla is an excellent company to day trade at the moment, with 154 million shares traded on Friday. That's just incredible. There's a lot of money to be made with Tesla. But if you're looking at for a long-term investment, I would have to say no, because Tesla's current PE is 64.33 with a forward PE of 86.31, which means the company's not going to grow as fast as it should. It's actually, and like I just said, if it's got a forward PE, then it's not growing. So that's, Tesla's just had a extremely rough year, and was really the only major company that was not making money till just in the past couple months. The stock price was actually down. So it's something that it's something you have to pay attention to. When in a bull market, if you're not making money with your stock, sell it, find a better company. The next company is Carvana, which I've talked about previously. It's up 26.66% in the past month alone, and up 396% in the past year. Looking at Carvana's PE, it's 51.56, and its forward PE is not available, which is a red flag. If you don't have all the financials, I wouldn't consider it an investment long term. It's another company that I would just day trade. Its range Friday was 124.02 to 128.47. If you can buy it at $124, that's an excellent place to buy in. As always, take profits. And one last thing, when you're paying attention to these companies, always pay attention to earnings per share. Carvana makes $2.48 per share. Tesla makes $3.91 a share. And when I just spoke a second ago about Tesla not making money, the company makes money, but the stock has not made money. So it's just now finally went green in the past 3 months. It's up 46% in the last 3 months. In the past year, it's still down 10%, which is unacceptable. If you have any finance-related questions, feel free to message me. I'll be more than happy to answer. You can get you a free stock from Webull in the comments below. I'll make another video next week. I hope everyone has a very profitable week.